What's going on? Fixit. Got another client on the desk today, and it is an iPad 7th gen. As you can see, what the problem is, it's all shook up. I don't know what happened to it. It may have fallen face down, but bottom line is screen jacked up. Got the code for it, but we're not going to use it. We're not going to need it. So definitely ready to go. So let's get it prepped and torn down and get into it. First thing you want to do is make sure you're on your surface. So even though my surface is jacked, screws and glass from foam. But so tiny screws go somewhere. I don't know where they go to, but one piece of tape done wouldn't go anywhere. I guess the first thing is we're going to try to get some heat here. Where'd the heat gun go? And I could have easily just used the goof off to do this, but mm, yeah, fix. All right. Clearly. Thought I was ready, but I wasn't. So, see what our kit consists of. Sometimes you get a good one. And as you can see where I get my stuff from. I do have adhesive, fix, little. Did this come with screen protector? I thought it did. Oh well. So, I have a screen protector. I think I got. I think I may have one. The bottom line is, gotta get this open. Slid in there, separated, and all that fun stuff. So. And if anybody knows anything about these iPads, you know all the connections are right on this side. So the matter is just sliding the picks down, separating the on the side. Where the glue is like there's a big wad of adhesive up here, down here to keep the top and the bottom, but on the sides, this side right here. See it separating a little bit and it starts to fight you like mine is. You can always apply a little bit more. I think I'm good. This ribbon cable that's here, I don't really have to worry about it too much because it's going to be coming off anyway with the old screen. See, the more pressure I apply here, it's starting to crack up more. You may have heard it. And as I'm heating it up, I'm applying a little bit of pressure with the pick. So it kind of pulls away gently away from that side end. See, it wants to come up. It's up. It's coming. It's coming. So I can stick a pick down here and kind of mark my space so it doesn't have to fight its way off again. Just be careful, like right in here. I don't know if you can see it on camera. I got the camera at a different angle, but let's see. Shine in here. You see? Like right down on the side here. No, you can't see it. But there's a little ribbon right here. Probably could zoom on the camera a little. Bottom line is you see what I'm talking about. This if I run it down here, it stops. It doesn't go cleanly. So there's a little something here. Adhesive goes under. That's where this Touch ID button is. Be very careful not to damage that because then you won't be able to use Touch ID anymore. And the way these iPads were designed, you weren't supposed to be able to replace the Touch ID, even though you can replace the Touch ID. If you're one of those people that don't care about Touch ID, rip that sound gun off, use the whole kit, then you don't have to worry about it. Use this razor blade to get in here on the edge of it, lift up on this end because this end seems to be less intrusive, have less of an issue. Slide in, stick this pick in there, take my razor blade out to the side, stick it in there, and then I can slide it. You see the crack right there. This guy, he's fighting me. So I gotta hope that I heated it up enough that I could just lift up this end. Yeah, wants to go. Pick is trying to go. Think I got some release? Yes, I do. Okay, cool. Now I can just take this little pick. I can throw some heat across there. On this edge to get rid of the adhesive. Or just heat it up so I can release it. And then we'll fight with it across the top. But, right, in short, it's just. You see, it wants to break up more. I don't want it to break up. Take the razor blade, stick it down in the edge in between the glass and the frame of the iPad. Get it in there. Get it in there. Being very, very careful not to scratch up the actual LCD because one, I didn't buy a replacement LCD, and two, I ain't trying to buy one. So there, get my replacement pick and slide along the rest of it. And of course, you're going to have it. It's going to break. It's going to keep breaking because it's already broke. It's damaged. It's saying I can't live like this, boss. And the sole purpose is just to get it off of its frame so we can move to the next stages of evolution for this guy or girl, whatever it is. iPads are kind of gender fluid. I think it's more of who's using it. All right, now as you see, I could cleared edges and let it go. Bottom and one whole side. Just got to get this top off. And this want to fight me. As you see, this is where the impact is right there. So I'll hold up to the camera a little bit more so you can see. But this is where the main impact happened. Camera's over this way. So right there where my finger is where the main impact was. Probably fell, hit the edge of a table or a chair. Kid crying, I can't do nothing on my iPad. And yeah, for some people, it's probably just cheaper to go on Amazon and get a new one or a gently used one or refurbished one than it is to find somebody like me to actually do the repair or attempt to do it yourself. That is where sometimes the issues lie. It's I don't have time for this, or I don't think I got the skill level to do this. For some people, it's a challenge. It's a puzzle. Oh my gosh, I could see what the guts of an iPad look like. Other people like, nah, throw that thing away. We just get another one. And it also depends on the age of the device because if it's in the realm of obsolescence, that Apple likes to hold their standards so high that you can't use a device past 2020 in 2026 without it saying, up. I'm sorry, your software, your current operating system will not let this app download. And if you didn't already have, like, if you don't have a newer iPad with, let's just say Roblox, if you don't have a newer iPad with Roblox already installed on it for some strange reason, and you try to install it on an older iPad, it's not going to give you that option to download the version that works with that current operating system that the iPad is locked to. This is what I was talking about when it wants to break off. I applied enough heat, but the top and the bottom adhesives be so strong, man. So chunky glass wants to come up. You take the chunky glass off, and you can see this band of adhesive right here, this tackiness. That's what we're working with. So, and like I said, I could take goof off. This is goof off. It's a super glue remover, basically. I could just drizzle it right there in the seam here, and it'll loosen it all up. But I don't feel like going through all that because it makes the fingertips white and all that fun stuff. So I'm going the heat gun route. This is a Ryobi One Plus heat gun. I had the 4 milliamp hour battery on it, 4 amp hour battery, 18 volt, multiple tools, one battery system, and this I could travel with. I could do on the road repairs if I needed to. I could come to your house if you wanted me to. I could do it in your office space, in your cafeteria. And I'm saying these things because these are actual places that I've done this kind of work. So it was an issue. Oh my gosh, what am I gonna do? Like when I'm finished here, I still gotta run this back out to my client because she works at a doctor's office and I don't want her to go home without it. So that's why we're trying to do a repair, make a little content, give you something for the channel so you can say, hey, I know a guy personally that does the stuff that you're looking to get done, and here's his channel. And then, they like, subscribe, they catch all the video uploads, all the edits, all the shorts, all the fun things that, go with content creation. It's one pizza glass still stuck. Let go. Let go. Let it go. Let it go. It does not want to get away. Let it go. Let it go. Let it go. Ugh. And I don't want to. I got the heat. I can use heat. Yes, no problem. But then I run into the issue with why is this one piece of glass still stuck to it? I don't want that. So remove that. Once I get the iPad screen cleared, to go ahead and remove the Touch ID button, but I'm gonna try to keep it in its whole frame in here, and just slide. I can slide my finger under there, but I'm not going to. Just razor blade, so I could cleanly cut off the adhesive. Oop, heat it up a little bit, and then slide it off. Because what I have to do is I have to reattach this to the new screen so that the Touch ID remains intact. That's a very important feature, especially for a little one. Little kids, they just get on there, especially in like they don't know their numbers. They're not into all that fancy security stuff that us adults have to worry about. So yeah, you can have a PIN number. You also have a Touch ID on there. Go to a repair shop. Make sure they do what they need to do to try to preserve your Touch ID. Unless they're Apple, Apple has all the toys that help you reconnect your Touch ID with the new button and all that fun stuff. And that's where you pay for the quality you get. Most of the time, I know I've taken my old iPad, not old, it's 5th gen, but when I got it, it was obliterated. It was destroyed. And I went in there and I tried to get a quote, and they basically said I could pay them to take that iPad off my hands, but it would only be worth 25 or $50, something like that, towards a new one. Hurt my soul. It was my gaster was flabbered. So it was embarrassing, like hearing that. Yeah, we're a repair shop, but we don't really repair. We'll just go ahead and replace. Same thing with Geek Squad. People like swear by Geek Squad. Oh my gosh, Geek Squad, they're the best. Yeah, they're good. I will defend that. They are good with when it comes to troubleshooting. But if it's something like this, yeah, you might as well better off getting a new one. And this goes into e-waste pile somewhere. And I got another can of compressed air that was open and used. So, but I don't have time for that. Saying we're gonna get thunderstorms around 3 o'clock, like right now. So, but hopefully it holds itself at bay because I don't want to be out in the rain delivering this iPad. Probably will be, but I don't know. I think that screen protector that I'm looking at right here is it's not going to be the protector for this iPad. I think this is for 10th gen. Try not to get fingerprints or marks on here. Now these tools that they send with the screens, they're about as useful on a multi-use level as they can be. Now, ooh, this is something you don't see every day. You can always tell when somebody else has been inside of a device because they certain things they do, certain things they don't do. And whoever did this, they did not, first off, peel off all the adhesive tape around the, slide it down a little bit, the top edge here. Let's see, cords. Okay. So right here in this upper corner, that tab should be gone. Secondly, they busted the screw. I don't know how do you break this screw? It's not an Apple thing. There's definitely a screw loose, unintended. um, this is a 3 screw job. Make sure that the screw comes out. And you kind of place them in the order where you, well, in the area that you're taking them out so that you don't lose them. Last one. Do, 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 do. Okay. Now, gloves. Where are my gloves? Like I said, you get started on something and you don't realize that you don't have everything until you are sitting there on camera asking yourself where something is that you should have had with you when you started this. All right. I'll lift you up. Up, 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 up. Yeah, this has been repaired before. Hey, buddy. Pull you. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. Get under here. Yeah. Being ambidextrous is helpful because you end up being able to unscrew stuff with your left hand or your offhand. This little plate that's under the screen here that I'm unscrewing currently. And I could have easily just flipped this iPad around, but here we are. Already got the screws out. Pull this plate off. And battery. Before I even disconnect anything, I need to ensure guy is not going to be shocked or negatively discharged. Just put our little kickstand up. Take my watch off because my watch does have a magnetic band on it. Um, and the battery, I had made a special little pick. See if I can find it. Probably in my tool cubby. Mm, 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 mm. And if I don't have it, it looks like I don't. Well, I can't find it. I'm not gonna say I don't have it. I know I have one. I could just make one real quick. So I'll take a little pick and I'm gonna cut a notch out of it because the battery has to be, it has to have some kind of separation in it so that it's not making contact with the rest of the motherboard. So it has that little cut right there. And if we look at the iPad here, this is the battery contact there. So I'm going to first you guys off, and then unscrew the battery, and then wedge this little battery pick under here so it's not making contact, and all the information, Touch ID, and all that fun stuff. It's saved if it wants to go under here. You can go through all this, and the damn battery don't want to cooperate with the video. Come on, buddy. I don't want to at all. Kind of needed to. There we go. Come on, there you are. Okay, now it's safe for me to remove the LCD. So I'll put him off to the side. I have a little stand he's standing on. I don't have to remove the Touch ID, so I'm not going to worry about that. That's right here. It's kind of under there. But this is the touch panel that I need to remove. Now, this little bracket right here, I may need to transfer, so as long as I don't destroy it in the process. Cheese and crackers. Ah, come on, bro. Making me look bad on TV. Um, I mean, you can see me in the lower right hand corner of the screen right now. I mean, or the lower left. Yeah, that's where I put the camera. And you see my face. You see all my facial expressions. You see my anguish, my angst, like all the faces I'm making right now. It did come with a screen protector. Yay! So, what I will do before I even get into putting this on is get the screen protector on. So, I'm going to move this guy off to the side. I'm going to put you here. I'm going to use you. Um, iPad body way out of the way. And yeah, I want to put the screen protector on because I'm gonna. Oh, look, and it's got the bracket on it, so I don't even have to worry about this. So this is trash. Yeet. All right, screen protector, check. New screen, make sure it's all viable. It has all the adhesives and everything. This is this red tab. Once I pull this off, it's going to have the screen's going to be exposed on this side. This is the side that goes against the LCD. This is the pretty side, the side that everybody sees, all the touch, yada yada yada. This button has to come out. So I'm going to take this bracket off. Take this button out because we have a button. Oh, almost broke my fingernail. So let me heat it up a little bit. So much that you damaged the wiring. And you should be able to slide it right off. Come on. Come on. There you go. One and two. 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 No? Okay, fine. I'll keep you there. Because I may be able to just use you. Next was actually putting on the screen protector, but I could wait. Yeah, I'll wait. I'm kind of good with those. So, um, we're gonna stick him, this guy, there, and I got another little suction cuppy there. Stick them over there so they're not like actually getting damaged. And we're gonna bring our iPad with all the screws in the world attached to it from different things that I've been working on. Because this is a work desk. Get this guy plugged in. Plug in the LCD. We're going to do a test run before we screw everything down. Call this a done deal. Little Lego connectors are a pain in the neck too, so just be careful you don't break it. If it doesn't seat right, just take it off and try to reconnect it. The reason why you don't want the battery connected when you do this is because you can short the board by connecting them wrong, or if they make contact in a funky way, then you're like, oh, my iPad is ruined. Or I can't touch ID. I can't do anything. Now, I know you heard that snap, satisfying little sound. So I have phone stand that I have right there. I'm going to grab the LCD and I'm going to stand him up. Or I could route this button right. Let's do that. Because, see, take you off of here. Maybe not. No. Yes. Yes. No. I do. Want to come off or no? Just want to use the whole thing because either way, somebody got to come off. Let's pull. Let's put you off to the side. We're gonna put you in the hole button right there. Whole thing is yours. Yeah, go in there. Go in the hole. You don't want to go in your hole? You feel like you're in there, but you're not in there. No, you're not in the hole, bro. Go in the bloody hole. Let's take the bracket off. And see the other screw. Oh, you got a frame around you too, so what's your problem? Do you not like this? Or is it you? It is you. You. Yeah. Let's go ahead and peel you. Yeah. Thank you for your service. And we should be able to stick you right in. Right. See? There you go. You're there. Your backing be there. Right? Click, click. Okay, cool. I'm gonna stand you up a little bit more erect. And then we're gonna place the LCD on. Get this little shard of glass out of here. I did exactly what I was trying to do. Put fingerprints on the damn thing. Big old palm print. Well, I don't have big hands, so can't say a big palm print. Yeah. Good. I don't know where these spots came from. Now I do have to get messy a little bit. Do, 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 do. Try to get some of these spots off. Yeah, they look like they don't want to come off. That's fine, but you should be able to now have a better buffing surface. It look uniform, not crazy. Making sure that the alcohol that I use is a 99% alcohol. I got it off of Amazon, so I can clean off my electronics and whatnot and what have you. It almost looks like I made the screen worse. No, I just had to buff a little bit more. Yeah. Or make sure you have a different screen. Oh, come on, baby. Yeah, it's nice. It's nice over here. It was kind of dirty. I'm going to do that. Place him standing up in the bracket. You know what I'm going to do? I am going to remove that. I have the capability and the means to remove it. Little itty bitty needle nose pliers. Get this old screw out of here. Even though I could just leave it and it be a guide, I don't like going behind texts that leave a mess. So whether it was Apple or whoever fixed it the last time, that's what I'm dealing with. And it may have been screwed in here extra hard. Doesn't want to come out. Probably because it was not the right screw to begin with. I don't know. Doesn't want to come out. We'll move on. But just a FYI, if you working on something, it breaks off, do all you can to try to remove that issue so it's not a pain in the ass for somebody that comes behind you. Yeah, I'm going to stop fighting with this because it doesn't feel like it wants to come out. At least I don't think I got a good enough grip to get it to come out. So we're not going to fight with it anymore. We're going to move on. We've been going for about 38 minutes. So this is quality. So now take our freshly wiped LCD and stand it up there. Lower it down onto its bracket. This little Lego actor. Come on, pop on, buddy. Snaps into place. It should snap into place. And remove the battery stopper. And what we're going to do is this is a dry fitting, so just lay everything down and you give it a little power. You know it's working if you see no touches. Turn these off so that you can actually see what I'm seeing on the screen. Come on, screws. Get out of here. Screwing around. And we know that if it's the right, everything is working. Yeah, well, I know it's working, right? press home to unlock. Gotta make sure that the home button is properly placed. But I should be able to slide to turn it off. So now it's all about removing adhesive, screwing in things, tightening down buttons, and Bob's your uncle. And so that's what we're going to do. Screws. This is the battery screw that's still attached to the screwdriver. It's the last one that I moved. Get on there and stay on there. Lift up your LCD. Either that's not the right screw, and it's not, because the battery screw is longer. All right, there we go. Stand this guy up. There's a little metal bracket that you want to cover back up. Make sure it falls in the right spots on the board. Should have the screws laying relatively in the same location that you took them out. Like I said, being ambidextrous comes into play. I do have an electric screwdriver, and I actually brought it in out of the vehicle to do what I'm doing. But with everything else that was going on, I didn't want to have to keep fooling around with changing tips or what have you. Let's get that one tight. Last screw going in. Lay down, lay down. All right. And if you don't like watching people repair stuff, because it gets very, very mundane and boring. I also have a gaming channel. Be more underscore Rockason 187. The old man gamer is what I go by. I play games like Call of Duty. I play games. PS5. I my computer I built so that I could play games on it, but I'm more of a console gamer, so I stream directly to Twitch from there, and I upload it to YouTube for my YouTube subscribers as well. But subscribing to both helps me out. It helps me able to be monetized, and I can earn money playing video games. You know, if you're Gen X, you grew up hearing video games are going to rot your brain, but now there's a whole industry where there's professional gamers, leagues, and all that fun stuff, and it make you feel like your parents lied to you, man. They didn't support your dreams. They just didn't understand you playing video games, and that's okay. You can forgive mom and dad, auntie and uncle, whoever, grandma and grandpa, because he was always mad at you sitting there hours on end playing the game. But if you was smart and you made sure that all your work was done before you did that, they really shouldn't have any issue with playing the game. So that's my gamer rant. I'm not gonna go on into the politics of how gaming helped focus and concentration, and it keeps kids out of trouble, this, that, and the other. And for the introverts, all my introverted friends, because I have a lot of introvert friends too. They socialize more in gaming platforms, gaming lobbies, or than they do in real life, and it's okay. You're being social. It's not uncommon to make friends online. Come on, button. What are you doing, bro? You don't want to stay in there. Think you're better than everybody else. Yeah. Come on. You down too. You don't want to lay down. You want to have. You want to fight. All right. While we fight with this button, shouldn't be a fight, to be honest. Yes. Mm. Okay. I think that membrane I need to put back on. So let me get this phone holder, put the side of the iPad. Yeah, I still got the membrane, but let go. Not understanding this. No, that ain't it. Oh, there it is. Wants to fall into the abyss. All right, come here, button. Really want you to stay in place, Micah. You don't want to stay in place. Very weird. Mm. Okay. Membrane has to be on button, so make sure that it's on. Very, very weird. This little itty bitty phone has to go around this button. Like soon as I peeled it off, kind of ruined everything. I ruined the party. Oh, and it is the mistake that you make sometimes. Other times it just goes into place without fighting you the whole way. Go in that hole, you stay in that hole, go above it. Mm, cool, baby. Come on. Nope. That's why I'm fighting this button. Make you want to rethink doing iPad. There's a little nipple. Okay. I think I got it seated correctly. Now the trick is to peel the adhesive, all the sides, get it stuck down without any issue. And I could do that. See the strips come flying over. And let that fight for a little longer than I wanted to. Come on, baby. Off the top. And then there's one more side. I'm usually pretty good at getting it, even though it runs under both of these cables, these ribbons that we have an issue with right now. So what you do is you find your tweezers, or you find some tweezers because you never have everything that you need within arm's reach. There we go. Do, 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 do. Get down on it. Stop sticking. Like, oh man, you know what I did? Messed up. Because have it under here. Nope, nope, I ain't messed up. I'm good. Just take one more dusting of the LCD, get it all polished up. It look pretty. As pretty as you can. And we lay and press. Get it down. Get it down. Thank you. It's fine. I'm replacing your iPad screen. Come on. Don't be like that. Don't be like that. You was on there just fine a second ago, and now you want to act like, oh no, I don't know what you're talking about. That wasn't me. I don't know what you're doing. That wasn't me. I wasn't in place. I was never in place. Now, that's what you want to hear. That click, satisfying as maybe. All right. Now, peel off the suction cups. Peel off the bottom. Peel off the bottom. And we're back in action. But we also have this guy. Oh my God. Look at that. Look at that, bro. Uh, anyway, I hope this is a screen protector that I can use. Two pack, but for what? That's the thing. That's the question. Oh, nope. This is for a 10th gen, so it wouldn't even fit on me. Look at the size of difference. It's overlaying, overhanging. Ah, it freaking jams my Glock, bro. Peel it off, and then it cracks in your hand. So that just lets me know right there, the first impact, that thing would have probably shattered if she would have had a fit. So she's going to get an OtterBox set up for it. Highly recommend it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put my clamps on, let it sit, and that's going to be it for this fix of the 7th gen iPad. I appreciate y'all hanging out, enduring everything that I went through with it. And if you know anybody that's got electronics that they want a better home or they want to make it better for themselves, send me an email at damon@bakerstechnology.com and I can give you a quote if you want to get it repaired, or I could just take it off your hands, give you a little receipt saying you made a tax donation because tech is tax donatable. Ever always get a receipt for when you donate something that's had some kind of value. Okay. Thanks for hanging out, guys, and peace, love, and soul.